So, hey everybody, this is Stephen John Horner with Model Experience, and today doing a little Valentine's edition, as you can see, with Marie Casey. So, say hi, Marie. We met 2 years ago or 1 year ago? Probably about a year,
Yeah, probably about a year ago or so.
I think. Yeah.
Good thing we're both good at time frames.
We've shot so well. I don't want to say we've shot so much together.
Yeah.
But you've seen her in a couple of issues already of Scandalous magazine, so especially the Star Wars stuff. That's
Yes.
pretty nice with the lightsabers and stuff
Yep.
like that. So
Yeah.
we've done a few shoots together, but we've never sat down and we've sat down and talked,
Yes.
but we haven't brought you in to sit down and talk.
Sure.
So I thought I'd introduce you all to her. She's so fun to work with if you ever get the chance.
Aw.
So I guess we can go kind of back to the beginning,
Sure.
and I met her through your burlesque
Yes.
experience,
Yes,
right? I
yes.
think you went through the Detroit School of Burlesque. is
Yes,
that right?
Detroit School of Burlesque, absolutely.
And what was that class like?
That class was awesome. So I originally started burlesque classes and modeling actually for the same reasons. Was just to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone and kind of fall in love with myself and my body and accept, how I was made. And so I figured the best way to do that was to scare myself
And
shitless.
get on stage and have everybody
Yeah.
judge you.
Yeah,
That's a good
exactly.
way to get in
Yeah.
touch with your
Yeah. Yep.
yourself. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, and that was it too. It was just like, okay, what's the thing that's gonna scare me the most so that I can really conquer this fear? And
taking your clothes off in front of an audience can be scary.
it's even now sometimes it's a little, but it's fun. But yeah, so I did that. I had seen Holly had posted online an advertisement for the classes. She had just moved into their new building in Ferndale, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. Like,
Yeah, that was one of the first classes out of the
mhm.
out of the new building, out of the new studio. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, so I absolutely loved it. I tell everybody if they're battling with any sort of self-esteem issues, or if they want to just get to know themselves better, or just be part of a community that really lifts you up and it makes you feel loved and appreciated and accepted, that they have to go take those classes. Holly's done a really good job of nurturing that and building up the burlesque community in our area.
yeah, she does a lot.
She really does.
Yeah, we were talking about Miss Holly Hawk. She's
Yes.
a performer,
Yep.
a producer.
She's all the things.
Yeah, is the headmistress at the Detroit School of Burlesque,
Yes.
and you've heard us talk about her before with some other guests. So,
Yes.
yeah, she's definitely a sweetheart with that and does an amazing job.
Yep.
Body awareness and all that stuff too.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. She sure
so
does.
I was there. I actually shot your student showcase, I
Yes.
believe, and I got some photos, and that's how we met, was through
Yes.
that event and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I think I don't know if I don't even remember our first shoots. If you approached me or I approached you, but we ended up doing, we did so
So
many.
we were at a Speakeasy Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Now I
Yes.
remember. Yes.
Yes. We were at Speakeasy Sunday, and we were talking to my friend Allie Porcelain,
Mhm.
and you were talking to her about a shoot, and I believe it was an alien shoot that you wanted to do.
Oh, yep.
And it was just the weirdest, most out there thing. And as you talked about it more and more, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. Yes.
Yeah, I remember
wanna
now
do that.
coming up, and then we were talking, and you said you wanted to come in and shoot.
Yes.
Yes.
Pick
Yes.
me, please
Yes.
pick me.
I don't think we ever did the alien shoot though.
we did it. No.
we kind of
no.
did the Star Wars kind of
Yes.
looking one
Yeah,
instead.
that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I never did get the alien one ready, and
Yep.
I think I only shot one. I did do two people with the alien set, but it just wasn't the way I wanted to go,
Yeah.
and that's why.
Sure.
I'll have to rethink that one again for
Yeah.
we'll have to revisit that one.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
ever want to.
I just couldn't get the dry ice and stuff to work right.
Sure,
It just
sure.
wasn't happening.
Right.
I'll figure it out though.
For sure.
But we've done a few other shoots,
Yes.
some fine art stuff, and
Yes.
some Star Wars stuff, and
Yep.
some lingerie stuff,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
uh,
And then Holly invited me to be in your burlesque issue of Scandalous. She had
Yep.
mentioned that to me, so then I was in burlesque.
yeah.
The
Oh, which
special edition.
I'm thinking about that. It was about a year ago, so I'm thinking about putting out a second burlesque
Cool.
issue. So there's that. I kind of wanna, and I don't think it's just going to be the one troupe either. I think I'm
Yeah.
going to invite all different
Cool.
troupes, and all different from different troupes and stuff like
Yeah.
that too. So if you see this, yeah, because this is going to be our Valentine's Day, so it
Yes.
should be out. The burlesque issue I want to get out around March, April, something like that. So if you're a burlesque performer and you want to get into the burlesque special edition
Yes.
of Scandalous, we can do that too.
Yes.
So were you modeling before
Yes.
burlesque? How long
Yes.
were you a model before you did burlesque?
So probably about 6-ish or so months. Now I had modeled prior to that when I was younger, more fashion stuff, fashion shows, that sort of thing locally. And it had always been a dream of mine when I was younger, but I guess I'm what's known as a petite model. So being 5'5" and that sort of thing, I took that as something that I couldn't do. You know, because you're
Yeah.
taught that as you're growing up that
Years,
being a
5'8",
model-
5'9".
yeah, at minimum, yeah.
Right.
So then I was like, you know what, I'm just doing this to face a fear, so if I can do it, cool, that's great, and I'm gonna do it. And then I realized there's actually a pretty big demand for petite models and the genres and stuff that I do. So yeah, so
Yeah, it all works out. See, I don't mind the petite model. See,
yeah.
my wife is 5'2", so that's
And there
kind
you
of
go.
average for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you noticed, the set looks a little bit different today. This is our first shoot at my in-home studio.
So beautiful.
So it's still kind of basically the same design, but this is actually in the basement of my home. So now I'm
Whoa, man.
gotta watch that.
Yeah,
But,
no.
gotta be careful. My wife's right upstairs, so you know. If I get any kind of trouble, she'll come down and beat me up.
Sure
You don't
will.
even have to hit me; she'll do it for you with
Sure will.
pleasure, probably.
Yes.
So, a little different. So I don't mind the shorter models because the ceiling's a little bit shorter here. So this way it don't look like it.
Yeah.
I get a 6'2" model that wants to wear heels, I'm going to be in trouble here. It's like, okay, but you're going to lie down on the couch.
Right, yeah, for sure,
Uh,
Sure.
So yeah, we're
This is
breaking
great.
in the new set. Going to do a couple of different themes here, but this one's going to be Valentine's Day. She's looking pretty awesome. Going to throw a few more props and glittery stuff out here.
Glittery stuff.
Yeah, so you've been performing for about a year,
Yeah,
a little
it's
over a year
yeah,
now, I
a
think.
little over a year now, yep.
And how many shows do you think you've done?
Shoot. I have probably done now maybe like 6, 8
Nice.
shows.
Yeah.
My goal this year was definitely to do more, and so I'm happy to report that that's already a thing. I think right now I have about 12 or so on the calendar right now, up until that's just until August. So
Oh, okay.
yep. So I'm
Busy.
yes, I've
Very
doubled.
busy.
Yes, and it's cool. It's super awesome because obviously it gives you the creative outlet and that sort of thing. I'm not gonna lie though, it can be a little stressful. Most of my acts that I'm doing, especially as a new performer, and for those who aren't familiar with burlesque, it is a whole process. You don't just get up there and like strip naked and then, you know, ta-da, like it's
To
a whole-
pasties, mind you.
yeah, yes, exactly.
Pasties
To
and a
pasties
little
and
bottle.
yes, and panties. Yeah, to clarify, excuse me. But you don't just. It's not that. There's so much work and effort that goes behind each performance, and so being, I guess, newer to the scene, every performance I do is brand new. So every
Yeah.
costume is new. And so when I only have like a month between shows, that's a month to create, sew, fabricate an entire costume piece, and then an act, and then choreography.
Right.
So you really have to, in a month, it sounds like a long time, but then when
No,
you factor
no, it's
in life,
definitely not.
it's like...
I've been to the shows, I know it's
Yeah.
definitely not. Because you got to remember, a lot of these girls, they pick their own music. Then they got to choreograph their routine
Yep.
to the music in such a way that they can remove these layers of costuming, and it is in layers. And as
Yes.
they peel these, then they a lot of the girls actually design
Yes.
and create their own costumes. And it's just so unique. Each one's unique to their own character,
Right.
to the song, to whatever the feeling is they want to do.
Yeah.
But also so intricate and crafty that the way the pieces fit together, but yet are
Yes.
removed individually,
Yes.
and reveal this, reveal that.
Yes.
Try not to have wardrobe malfunctions.
Yes.
And dancing on them heels. I don't know. Maybe barefoot. Just the whole storyline, telling
Yes.
the story. It's like a little mini movie in one
Yeah.
song.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
And it could be anything. It could be dark. It can
Yes.
be airy, funny.
Yes.
Maple syrup.
Yeah.
Maple syrup.
Yes,
You know, she's
Mabel.
a clown. She does
Yep.
clown. It's fascinating, colorful.
Yep.
Some can be
Amazing.
dark and moody.
Yes.
And,
Yep. And that's pretty. Actually, the dark and stuff I am finding is my genre. Although, ironically enough, though, I'm part of a comedy burlesque troupe. So, yeah.
What's the name of your troupe? What troupe?
So Black Sheep Burlesque.
Okay.
Yep, is the name of our troupe, and that's run by Hermione Stranger. She's our
They're-
producer.
Is it Black Sheeps that's doing the princesses or the like Disney?
Yes, so a whole new world.
That's coming up this
That's
weekend.
this weekend.
I think it,
Yes.
Well, they'll probably have aired.
Mhm.
I wanted to
Yep.
go to that one. I gotta
Yep.
find out if I can make something happen for that one.
We
That
can
would be
get
so-
you there. We can get
see
you
if I
there.
have to talk to
You
a-
might know somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, have somebody talk to
Yeah.
a producer and see if they can get me a seat.
We got you.
Um,
We got you.
It just sounded this show
Yes.
coming up. I wish I would have
Yeah. It's
made a
okay.
blurb about it sooner, but it's like I think it's like the
It's a whole
Whole
nude
new-
world.
right.
Yep, and it's a Disney theme. So but anything Disney. So from
Right.
princesses to Monsters Inc. to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
The whole gamut
Just the
of
whole
things.
thought of that. I wanted to go to that show.
Yeah.
I wanted to go.
It's gonna be so awesome.
I don't get to too many. I mean, a lot of you know I work pretty closely with Holly Hawk
Yes.
and with her shows and stuff too.
Yes.
But if I was asked to do other shows, I might not turn that down.
I
either.
mean,
So,
I'm taking your
this
hand pretty
might
strong
push
here,
myself
Steven.
into events, but those would be really good.
No, it's a welcome push.
Actually, I was thinking about going that just as a guest, just
Yes.
buying my own ticket and enjoying that show.
Yeah.
Because when you're filming or photographing them,
Yes.
it's you're not really paying attention to
I
the show.
know,
I'm paying
yeah,
attention,
it's
but
hard.
I love doing it just because I do photograph a lot of the burlesque shows, so we get some behind the scenes, or not behind the scenes, but performance photos,
Yes.
and it's just a lot of fun to do.
Yeah,
I love it. And
it's
that's
really
how I get to meet a lot of these girls too. That's how we met, right?
That's how we met.
So as far as modeling, what do you
Yes.
got coming up? Anything in the books, or you just kind
Yes.
of playing that one by ear?
Oh my gosh, so actually, really big thing coming up. So in March, actually March 5th, I've been working with a gentleman for a little while now, and March 5th is our big day. I've been commissioned to be a character in a graphic novel, and this gentleman who's writing the graphic novel, he also does the artwork. And he infuses photography into the novel though. So some of the oh my goodness, God forgive me.
Like digital art, they take a photo and put it in, and then digitally.
Well, kind of, but he does the sketches, but then he actually uses actual photographs in with his sketches.
Right, okay,
So
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
It's
So
a mixed
not
media,
just,
but it's-
yes, yep. So it's very clearly a photograph that's mixed with this traditional drawing of comic book style, which I think is
Yeah.
awesome. But so my character, the main character of the story, and I can't reveal her name yet, but it's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. But she is cue ball bald.
Oh.
And by requirement, I will be shaving my head cue ball bald on
You're actually going to shave?
it
for
is a
the-
requirement because there's a couple companies that are looking at it to pick it up as and bring it on as the trilogy that he's writing it as, and they want bald, really bald models. So that will be me. So
I'm used to you with this is the first time I've seen her
Yeah.
with the shorter hair. I'm
Yes.
used to her with the longer hair, so
Right.
this was. It's
Different.
cute. I love
Yeah,
it. I mean,
thank
it's not
you.
bad at all, but
Thank you.
you know,
It's
I
different.
get to shoot gonna have to do a shoot with you when you're bald.
Oh,
you
for
know.
sure. Yes,
So,
for sure.
um,
Yep.
So yeah, that'll be a
Bald.
whole new. I won't even reckon. It'll be like, ooh,
Yeah.
oh, you? Wait a minute. Your
was-
eyes though look really familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
But
exactly.
yeah, well, that's pretty
Yes.
awesome. That's dedication to it. But you know, I guess if they're going to do that too, they want somebody who's
Yes.
going to take it seriously
Yep,
and stuff like that.
for
And
sure.
then-
I'm really excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. I'm scared. But one of the things that I taught myself is that out of putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, obviously not safety compromising
Right,
uncomfortable
right, right.
situations, but pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, you realize that there's so much more to yourself
Yeah.
than you ever knew was
Right.
there. So, and for me, one of my things is I realized that I have in the past clutched to my hair as kind of like a safety net, a safety blanket of, and letting it define my personal view of beauty in myself. And so when the opportunity came and this was presented to me, I very nervously said, you know what, forget it. Yes, I am going to do it, and cue ball bald for at least a little while is what it's going to be. So,
Yeah.
yep.
For that artwork and
Yep.
for those sessions and stuff like that.
Yep.
But it'd be so worth it.
Yeah.
You will be that character.
I will be the character, and I think I'm going to keep it for a while, just because I do like the idea of shooting with high quality wigs, human hair wigs, and that sort of thing, but also allowing photographers the option of literally changing a look instantly. So lots of people can bring wigs to shoots and do
Yeah,
that.
I think
but
I've shot with, I want to think of her, Betty Frankenstein.
yeah,
Do you know Betty
I
Frankenstein?
do.
Make sure I
I
do stage names.
Yes.
I think I've finally seen her real hair.
yeah.
We've shot, several times, and
Yes.
each time is different hair. And I think
Yeah.
I think only one of those was a real hair because she does wigs really well.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah, it does make it interesting.
Yep.
Give a different look for this one, and
Yep. For sure.
just like wardrobe or lack thereof. I
Yep.
mean, it
For sure.
definitely changes your look.
Yep.
Redhead 1 minute, brunette the next. So-
Absolutely. Yeah, and I decided that I wanted to give photographers that extra option. And the more I talk about it with people, the more I'm actually finding that there's a pretty good demand for bald women, or at least there's intrigue on the photography side for such things. So I might keep it for a little while, at
Yeah.
least a month.
Yeah.
At
Well, it's
at
gonna
least
take a
a
while to
month.
grow out anyway, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
with
yes.
the wigs and being bald, you don't have to worry about wearing
Yeah,
a blonde
cap.
wig with it and then having your brown hairline
Yeah.
showing through. It's like
Exactly.
there is no hairline. It would just be just got a bigger forehead.
Yep. Right.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
anything else you want everybody to know about you, or
I mean,
where
we
can they
talked
get a hold of
about-
you? What
Oh!
links do you want? How can they get a hold of you? Follow
I'm so
you
good at
and-
this. Yes, so they can follow me on Instagram and Facebook as the Marie Casey. My official Facebook profile is Marie Ecstasy Casey. Marie Ecstasy is my burlesque name. And then also on Model Mayhem, I'm on there as well. The Marie Casey. Yeah, so you can contact me on there for bookings and that sort of thing. I will be doing performing Go-Go at Dirty Show on February 8th and the 14th. So if you really want to spend Valentine's Day with me, please do. And I may have a piece or two in there that you can see me in some other way of undress, I guess. Because pasties and panties aren't required for that.
No,
so.
not for their show. And we've done. She's modeled everything from
Yeah.
from fully clothed to fully
Yes.
nude. So she is definitely, she's not definitely, but
Yeah.
she's a nude model. So she's
Yep.
done nude.
Fashion to fine art, nude, and that sort of thing.
everything
Yep.
in between from lingerie. This
Yep.
one happens to be lingerie. I think
Yep.
we've done fine art.
Yep. Yep.
And a few things in between. so.
Sure. Yep. Fetish modeling and that sort of thing too, which is actually something that's really fun and cool, and I think that people
Yeah.
don't really realize how fun that can be. But yeah, so all the gamut of things.
Mhm.
And then the next show that Black Sheep Burlesque has coming up after this one will be in March, and that is going to be Jiggles and Giggles. So again, we're a comedy burlesque troupe, so that will be the next comedy show that we have coming up, and then Ripest Peach Review, which is produced by Sable Fox. She has a show coming up February 23rd, and I'll be a part of that one as well.
Nice.
So, yep. So
Very
you can
busy.
come see.
Very
yes,
busy.
trying to be very busy.
Well, I'm honored that I got you in here so
Aw,
soon.
the
It's like,
pleasure is mine.
yeah. So
The
it's
pleasure is
been a
mine.
little bit of a while for us.
Yeah,
It's been a couple
yes.
minutes since we shot together.
A couple
too.
minutes. A couple hairstyles ago.
Yeah, well, at least a haircut ago, yeah, yeah.
For sure.
So, okay, well, we're gonna get ready to do this Valentine's shoot and then maybe a couple other little things too. And we'll show you some of those images as we're gonna continue filming while we do the shoot, do some background, behind the scenes parts of it, and then
Behind
we'll
the
bring some
scenes.
of the finished images up as you watch,
Yay.
so you get to see what the finished image looks like as we go.
Yeah.
And then halfway through might kind of cut off, and then we'll get to the riskier stuff, and then that part of the video will be saved for something in the future, and we'll make a future announcement
Ooh.
about that a little
Teaser.
bit later. So,
Teaser.
uh,
Normally I'm
Gotta
the
get
one
somewhere.
teasing Steven.
well, you can. Well, I'm teasing them with you, so yeah, it's like they care less if I tease them. Okay, so stick with us and enjoy the show. All right.
See you soon.
I put these on and I didn't even turn the damn thing on. So it will have to be that. Damn it.